Hey there, Entertainerheads. It's Mr. Entertainer, and I'm back on YouTube. Excellent. Well, as before I get my Mr. Entertainer Chronicles going again, if I ever get off my rear end and do it, I'm going to do this. I got this special video that I'm going to do for you guys, where I show off my collection of musical instruments. And I've got a huge collection of them, a rather insanely huge collection of them. And I got guitars, I got basses, I got instruments from different styles from around the world, and probably hundreds of dollars worth of instruments, which you will probably see in some of my later projects and some of my future videos, including my Soar Eagle and my Mr. Entertainer, and a new one that a new project that I want to start is called Interstellar Overdrive, which has nothing to do with that Pink Floyd instrumental, of course. It's not a Pink Floyd tribute band, but it's something I came up with as a teenager, and I sort of revived the idea maybe a year or two ago. So, without further ado, let's get started, and I can show you some of my instruments. First of all, this is my reliable 6-string acoustic guitar. Well, nothing really special about it, but it's special to me. But this guitar has been like a guitar to me. This is a Fender 6-string, excellent. I got my cable on here, and I got this tuner here. This one's probably been my best tuner. And I've owned other tuners, but my other tuners kind of suck, but we're not getting that right now. Anyway, this is my acoustic. I had this baby for like almost 21 years, and this is the very first instrument I ever bought off the internet. And at the time, I was living across the street from a guitar store, which I didn't like the other guitars, so I ordered this one offline. I mean, imagine driving halfway across the city to pick up this guitar when there was a guitar store right across the street. Yeah. And related to my 6-string, I also got a 4-string acoustic bass guitar. Excellent. And it's got that little preamp, and I can hook it up into my hook it up to an amplifier, and through this jack here. It's got like flat wound strings on it, so I can slide my fingers up and down it. Well, it's not a fretless, of course. It's got frets on it. But and I also have an electric guitar. This is my my Squier Strat. Excellent. Kind of look like Jimi Hendrix Stratocaster, except his is like a different color fingerboard, and this one's like a rosewood fingerboard on this one. And I bought this from my guitar teacher about 18 years ago. Got the whammy bar and everything, just like a Fender Stratocaster, except it's kind of a lower cost, more bargain version of one. And this guitar has been a really good electric guitar for me, and played rather well. And I also have an electric bass inside this case here. I gotta get back in the shot here momentarily. This is my Fender Music Master electric bass. And please note the four-tone streak of lightning pink drop on it. And I had a friend redo the pickguard and the pickups. So this part is not original. And this was the original pickguard that came on the instrument. And as you can see, this is a new pickguard. And this is the old pickguard. The old pickguard and the new pickguard and the old pick. Never mind. Well, let's get on with it. So let's move on to my percussion instruments. This is my bodhrán. A bodhrán is an Irish type drum, except this one has a fiberglass head and it's made by Vimeo in a good old US of A. Got the standard 4-inch thick wall and the traditional cross brace like a lot of Irish bodhráns have. And you can play it with a beater. Kind of like this one. And this is commonly played like this. But sometimes I play it like this. Of course I play it like this one. 5 years until I realized I was playing it wrong. So recently I switched to this. But I sometimes go back to playing like this. See, this is my both one. And over here I have my my djembe. This is my more recent addition to my percussion collection. Made in Indonesia, and it's rope tuned, and got a wooden mahogany body on it. And you can even see inside of the drum here. Excellent. Yeah, I know, I'm a little bit weird. And I picked this one out from a Guitar Center store because I like the tone on it. Got nice bass and treble sound on it. And back here is my old standby snare drum, as you can see it. And this is the remnants of my drum kit that I had a long time ago. I got rid of all my other drums, but I just kept the snare drum and the hi-hats here. So that's all left of my drum set. Next is my collection of harmonicas. I have at least 3 of them. And this one was given to me by a friend. And this one I had as a teenager. And this one was my dad's old diatonic harmonica. See, it's got this little push button that you switch from natural notes to flats and sharps. Except I had this turned around the wrong way. Whoops. Alright, moving on. I'm sure some of you have seen the wooden rhythm frog, except mine happens to be a rhythm pig. Come on, oink for me, piggy. And I also have these spoons. See, it's like a regular type spoons, except they're attached to a plastic handle, and they're kind of manufactured that way, so it'd be a lot easier to press. And I have an orange. Well, except you can't eat this orange because, well, it does look like a real orange, except it's a shaker. Yeah, it's an orange shaker. The shaker that looks like an orange. Really. Well, moving on. And this is a nose flute. Cute little instrument. It's made out of plastic, and you hold it up against your nose and you... But I wouldn't suggest trying that if you had like a really bad nasal cold and a runny nose, because that'll get kind of gross. Okay, moving along. And I have a train whistle. Yeah. And I have a tambourine. This was given to me by my older brother last Christmas. And the amazing thing about it is the head on it got really wet during a rainstorm. I had it outside in the rain like a dummy. And the head was kind of like paper and really soft. But it eventually dried up, and the head is still good on it. So, it's almost like having a new head on it. The 1-row tambourine, and I'm not sure what kind of company, makes it. And moving on to the free reeds instruments, including my, I'm going to move the camera here momentarily, well, to access my phone. And this is my Indian harmonium. Excellent. To play this baby, you gotta unlock the bellows in the back. Pull out maybe at least one of these stops here. Oops, I'm gonna need both hands to play this. And I'm gonna set this phone up so I can film myself playing it here. And here we go. And this baby also has drums that you can plays a continuous tone while you... Oh yeah, and there's one really neat feature this baby has. It's got a vibrato on it. So you definitely don't need a Leslie rotary speaker or anything. Well, the vibrato's got like this little flapper in it that's on top of this hole inside the instrument here. That makes the sound when the air comes out of the hole, like a type of flapper effect. And I also want to show you my two accordions, including this one. This is not a very special one. It's just a toy accordion that I picked up from a Goodwill store by First Act, Chinese made. It's got like one bass note and one chord note on this button here, and air release, and have your 8 note buttons on the other side. It plays 2 notes each per button, depending on whether you pull it in or out. Sometimes I get a little aggressive with this thing, so I apologize. Alright, I'm going to show you my big accordion here. I'm going to pull it out here momentarily. I got this big bulky case here that I have to pull out, and I have right next to the wall, which contains my big accordion, so I will be pulling that out here momentarily. And this, Entertainerheads, is my Camerana Italian-made 120 bass button keyboard accordion. Excellent. How do I know it's a Camerana? Because it says Camerana on the front of the accordion. Duh. Well, I have tried to play this beast for a while, but I haven't been really good at it. I think my harmonium over here is a lot easier to play than this monster is. But we'll attempt it anyways. And not sure why the bellow is not opening. It seems to be attached by the snap off. Okay. And these buttons over here are for the your bass and your chords. And here are the chord buttons for the first 2 rows are the chord buttons. I mean the bass buttons. First 2 rows are the bass buttons. And the last 4 rows are bass chords, minor chords, diminished, what 7th or 8th, whatever the other chords are in the last row. Oops, I got this. I think I had my knee against this key here, like a dummy. So that's my accordion, my big 120 bass accordion. Oh yeah, it's got these stops right over here that I can play the high notes and the low notes. See? And this is my Camerana 120 bass keyboard accordion. I'm going to put this baby away and I'm going to show you more of my instruments. And right now I'm going to move on to my electronic instruments, including my Casio SK5 that I had since I was a teenager. I got this for Christmas back in '88. And unfortunately a few weeks ago this thing died on me, so I am not able to give a demonstration of it. And then a lot of years later I bought a Casio SK1, which is kind of an older model of the SK series by Casio. I can probably give you a demonstration on this. Got a synthesizing function that you can hit the synthesizer, hit the blue button, then you can select what kind of sound you want to make on this thing. Except I haven't been able to figure that part out. Okay, shut up. And it also has a sampling function. Now watch this. Be entertained. Be entertained. Be entertained. Be entertained. Be entertained. it actually plays back my voice in different pitches on the keyboard. And you can add all kinds of effects to it, like looping and vibrato and things like that, and even a portamento. You know, I'm not sure if you know what a portamento is, like a note that goes up and down. That's a portamento. Instead of playing a note separately, they go like then back down like a siren. See, that's portamento. Now you know a little bit of music therapy, music theory right now. All right, I'm gonna show you more of my more instruments here. This is my Pakistani-made parlor bagpipes. They look like your regular Scottish bagpipe that you see being played in the parades and things like that. But this is a much smaller and quieter than your Scottish bagpipe that you see all the time. Those are called Highland bagpipes, and these are called parlor bagpipes. I'm going to see if I can get this thing to make some noise. I haven't been able to get this darn thing to work properly in the last few years. Yeah. Anyway, these are my parlor bagpipes. I got these back in '99, and that was a long time ago, and things like that. And next, this is a cardboard dulcimer. A dulcimer is a bit like a guitar, except it only has like 3 or 4 strings, commonly played across the lap, like this. Sounds awful good for a cardboard instrument. See, this is my cardboard dulcimer. Handcrafted out of corrugated cardboard for the body, and it has like a piece of wood for the fingerboard, and frets, and your tuners, and itty bitty nails for your string anchors here. And next, I have these things called boom whackers. They're basically just plastic tubes that with different notes on them, like E natural, like this one. You can use different ones for different pitches, like E natural, and D natural, respectively. These boom whackers. My church has a lot more of these boom whackers, and they even have some of them in flats and sharps, and they have like a whole bunch of other things. And plus, you can put these caps on the end called octavators, so you can play these things at a different octave, like a higher octave or a lower octave. I think it's a higher octave. Like you put these octavators on, put the octavator caps on one end, and it'll play at a different octave. And I'm going to give myself a headache if I keep this up. Alright. And next is a very unusual instrument that I own. It's called stomp fiddle. Excellent. If you don't know what a stomp fiddle is, I will tell you momentarily, and I'll show you what this instrument is. It's basically like a one-man band type of deal. And got all your stuff on it, like pipe, double pipe end, connected together with rivets here, a wooden block, a bicycle horn, and there's supposed to be a bicycle bell on top of here, except it's gone, and I need to replace my bicycle bell. And I also had a different kind of bell on here, which has like which was attached to an L bracket, except the L bracket broke a long time ago, and I have been unable to reattach the bell. Well, I did at one point, except it fell off again when I tried to epoxy it back together. So I got to figure out a way to get a new L bracket for the thing and put the bell back on here. Oh yeah, got like bells, and even has these little red, white, and blue patriotic colored streamers on the top. And you basically crash this baby against the floor on this ball that's attached to the bottom. And believe it or not, my next door neighbor has one of these. Who would have thought? Moving on. I got a bunch of little instruments too, including this jaw harp, otherwise known as a mouth harp. See? Mouth harp. And a kazoo with a built-in horn on it. Leslie rotary speaker effect. Yeah. And I found this at Walmart a few years ago. And this is a fartzuka. No, really, that's what the name is. Let me demonstrate the fartzuka. Excuse me. I just made a rude noise just now. Oh wow, it must have been the Taco Bell food I had for lunch. Anyway, I also have this slide whistle here. It's not much, just your standard slide whistle, which some say is the worst instrument ever in the history of mankind. But I've heard worse. Alright. Let me see, what else can I show you? Oh yeah, and last but certainly not least, possibly the weirdest instrument in my collection, the Japanese automaton. Excellent. If you don't know what an automaton is, I will show you here momentarily. It is an instrument invented in Japan, but this one's made in China. It kind of looks like a really big musical note, like an eighth note, with a little head on the bottom. Got these two eyes and got a mouth. So basically it's like a cross between a musical instrument and a puppet. Hello, I'm an automaton. Well, now this one is the deluxe version because I bought this version because I wanted something to hook hook this thing up to a pedal, including my looping pedal. I gotta show you my looping pedal. See, this is my Boss RC30 looping pedal. And you'll probably see me use this thing in a future video sometimes, like with my Soy Eagle and my Mr. Entertainer and my Interstellar Overdrive. So I can hook this thing up to this looping pedal via this hookup here. Oh yeah, and I got the AC hookup that I can plug it into the wall with an AC. And you turn it on by twisting this volume button. And it also has like a have this little switch for high notes, medium notes, medium range, and a low pitch range, or the low notes. And your really high notes too. And your medium notes. Well, you manipulate this mouth part of it to produce that wah-wah sound. Shut up! Thank you. Well, well, that's all the instruments I got. Oh wait, hang on, I got one more. And this thing is a homemade didgeridoo. A didgeridoo is an instrument that originated in Australia by Aborigine tribes, supposed to be like one of the oldest instruments in existence. But this one is made out of PVC pipe, which is kind of melted down, and like right here in the middle, it's kind of melted down. It's got like a bell type opening on the end, and this opening to blow into. Actually, gotta do like an embouchure type thing when you're playing the trumpet. Well, I'm still trying to figure out how to blow into this thing. Well, not sure if I'm blowing it properly. Well, I guess that'll do it for Mr. Entertainer's musical instrument collection. Excellent. And don't forget to subscribe for more stuff. As soon as I get off my butt and do more stuff for you guys. And don't forget to look at my other videos too, including the patient and some of my older videos. And one more thing, don't forget to be entertained. And we will see you later. Bye bye.